Does Noelle just have 2 acts because she's Noelle and she doesn't have much else going on in this game, unfortunately? It seems that way. You know, I think I am. I think I am just going to continue with Noelle stuff. Right? Let's do it. Okay. Nightly exam. Begin hangout. Sorry, nightly exam. Prep.
A thesis on chivalry. Favonia's bladework fundamentals. So much to learn before the exam. How will I ever get through everything?
What are you doing?
Oh, honorary knight. Long time no see. Anything you need me to take care of?
Just came here to say hi.
Oh, thank you. That's very nice of you. It has been quite a while since we last met, hasn't it?
Yeah.
I've been busy preparing for my exam. Other than for work and training, I've barely left the library. The exam is drawing nearer and nearer, but there just seems to be an endless amount of material to review.
Surely the only exam that could make Noelle so nervous is... It's the night exam.
Right. The Knights of Favonia's selection exam. Oh. Even though I've already worked for the Knights as a maid for some time, I still need to pass this exam to officially become a knight.
Mm-hmm.
It's just that I've failed several times in the past. I still don't know if I can make it this time.
I can be your study buddy.
Study buddy? No, that won't be necessary.
Oh, okay.
This is my exam, and I'm taking it to fulfill my dream. Any obstacles I face are mine to overcome.
Yeah, but you could still have help from, like, a study buddy.
Plus, there is still some time to go before the exam arrives. Well, you're the honorary knight of Mondstadt. It won't do for me to take up so much of your time.
Yeah, you know, I'm just saving nations, meeting gods, getting up to no good. You know, the usual. It's not a big deal. I can take some time off.
But on the day of the exam, if you happen to be free...
Which day is the exam? I'll be there.
Based on the night's schedule, I think it should be half a year from now.
Oh, I thought it was more imminent.
But it's just half a year. Don't you think that's quite soon?
Yes and no.
Even though there is still some time, if I don't make good use of it, it will disappear.
I mean, yeah.
I've planned my schedule carefully. If I sleep 2 hours less each day and finish my work 1 hour earlier, then as long as I spend all the time I save studying, I should just about be able to finish these books.
Yeah, she's definitely one of those kinds of people. Okay, Noelle, you know how we talked about, like, having breaks and stuff?
Well, there's always coffee if I feel sleepy, and I have some candy on hand just in case I ever feel low on energy.
Okay. Pushing yourself too hard will only affect your exam performance.
No, it won't. I've made sure to allocate time for training, too. After all, combat is also assessed as part of the examination. Did I get too worked up all of a sudden?
Mm-hmm.
My vision seems a bit blurry.
Hmm.
No. I still have training tomorrow. I must freshen up. I apologize for letting you see me in such bad shape. I'm okay now.
Pushing yourself too hard will only make things worse.
Oh, but every time I think of the exam, I get so nervous. Only studying or training helps to relieve it a little.
Man, if she gets all this anxiety from a thing that's half a year away, that's rough. I mean, I get it. Sometimes you have, like, big things coming up that are quite some time away, and time flies and all that jazz, but... Oh, God. I'm more like, something's half a year away, and I'll be like, alright, cool. And then I'm not going to think about it, and then it'll be the week of, and then that's when I panic.
But in the end, I keep finding new ways in which I'm not prepared, and that makes me even more nervous.
Don't hide from it. Confront the stress of the exam directly.
Oh, you mean studying isn't the only preparation I should be doing? Oh, if I don't overcome my fear of the exam, I will just repeat the same mistakes over and over again. Whenever I encounter something unexpected, I can't think straight. And whenever I start worrying that I might fail again, my mind goes completely blank.
You could take some more exams to get used to the atmosphere. You could try to imagine yourself passing the exam. Yeah. The positive mindset. You can manifest it.
Imagine myself passing the exam.
If you pass the selection exam, what kind of knight would you want to become?
What kind of knight? I always thought that just qualifying to be a knight was challenging enough to begin with. The knight that I want to be someday. Oh, that feels so far away that it's a little difficult to imagine.
Then let's start with knights closer to home. How about an outrider, like Amber? Even though that's like a very, rare thing that's like no longer a thing, except for Amber, right?
An outrider? I'm sure Amber would be happy to see the outriders grow as a team. But my strengths are not in scouting and luring the enemy. And I'm not as agile as Amber. I don't know if I would be of any assistance to her. However, I did once get Amber to teach me how to make Baron Bunnies. If I were to use Baron Bunny to lure the enemy away and protect my fellow knights, I suppose I could do it.
If you can perform the duty of a qualified knight, then you might feel more confident about the exam. Think of it as practicing for when you have to make Baron Bunnies with Amber in the future.
I still have some of the materials we used when she taught me. There's just a few extra things I'd need. Making the stuffing requires pyro slime condensate, and the red dye used to grab the enemy's attention can be made from crushed valberries. It's just that dried valberries are not very suitable for making dye. I'll need to get some fresh ones from the Stormbearer Mountains.
Let's see.
So, let's start by going to the Stormbearer Mountains.
Okay. Gonna go collect the things.
Yes, this should be plenty of valberries. Oh, pyro slimes. Perfect. They can provide us with another ingredient we need.
Thunderclap!
There we go. Oh, there's one left.
Pyro slime condensate? Crushed valberries? Good. Now I can start to make a Baron Bunny.
Yeah.
Through here. Conceal the stitch. Done.
It looks like the ones Amber makes. Noelle, you are very handy.
Far from it. I know it looks the part on the outside, but I still don't know if it will really work.
It'll be fine.
There should be a hilly camp nearby. Let's place the Baron Bunny there and try it out.
Yeah, let's just nuke this camp. It'll be fine. It's good.
The hilly trills are coming back.
There they go.
Let's see if the Baron Bunny gets their attention. What's going on? They're completely ignoring the Baron Bunny.
Oh.
They're coming this way. Watch out.
All right. Nope. Oh, God. And I drowned. And so are they.
Nice and spicy. Shut up.
There we go.
Oh. It neither attracted their attention nor exploded. In the end, all I managed to recreate was the outward appearance.
Perhaps Amber, perhaps Amber controls it using her pyro abilities.
I suppose the conclusion is I can't become an outrider like Amber.
You just can't use a Baron Bunny.
Oh, maybe I'm not yet ready to carry out the work of a fully qualified knight.
Or maybe you're just not suited to become an outrider.
But I just can't think of what else I could do. Every time I've looked forward to passing the exam, I always ended up disappointed in the end. Whenever I remember that feeling of disappointment, I stop being able to think about what kind of knight I could become.
You could become an acting grandmaster like Jean. You could become a cavalry captain like Kaya. I mean, this one's more plausible because, you know, we don't even have a cavalry, and Kaya got the, like, you know, he still has the job, so it's...
Captain Kaya? Oh, no, I could never manage that.
Why not?
Captain Kaya has his own way of thinking and planning.
True.
Well, sometimes I can barely understand it, and as for imitating it, I simply wouldn't know where to begin.
Kaya doesn't spend every second of every day on making big plans. You can start with some smaller details.
Oh, so you mean I should focus on smaller steps in order to achieve a larger goal?
Yes.
Well, I suppose with smaller goals, I won't be disappointed day to day. Since the larger goal is so high, I couldn't hope to achieve it immediately.
This is just a true thing in life, guys. This is just life advice at this point right here. Especially, this is something that I've had to realize for myself for quite some time, but especially more so recently. Pay attention to it because of what I've currently been doing to deal with my ADHD. And I would always set these goals for myself and be like, oh, I gotta get this done within this time. But the goal itself would be way too big and almost impossible, or I'd like really strain myself in order to get it done. It wasn't a healthy mindset. So the idea was to kind of spread it out over a course of time and have smaller goals to motivate me to continue going and to have that sense of accomplishing it, to gamify my life in a way with some things, even with simple stuff. You know, you could have a list of things that you need to do throughout the day, but you could even have little things on it to help you make progress. For example, usually the first item on my list is make a list. And then when I'm done making the list, I immediately get to cross something off. So that motivates me to continue to cross more things off my list because I got one already, right? Like, you know, it's tricking your own brain to do things like that. And then you can have little stuff like, you know, I don't know, like make your bed or something else that you'd probably do anyway, you know? Yeah. And that's just what it is. And maybe you could set a goal for yourself, be like, okay, out of these 10 items, get more than half done today. You know, like, or something like that. Or like you have a list of items and it's like, this is the weekly agenda. So yeah, this just works with day-to-day life. If you ever have trouble focusing and getting things done. Sorry, I didn't mean to stray away from the game too much, but that's just it reminded me of that, and I think that's actually pretty valuable information.
In which case, Captain Kaya seems to be in the habit of fishing for information at Angel's Share.
He does do that.
That's pretty small, and yet I heard that the reason we were able to arrest those treasure hoarders last time was thanks to Captain Kaya's intel.
Then let's start with the Angel Share.
All right. I hope I can find some intel that proves useful to Mondstadt.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's be spies. All right. Hello, Charles.
Oh, it's the honorary knight in Noelle. Can I get you a drink? A non-alcoholic drink, of course.
Oh, no need. We didn't come here to drink. I wanted to ask if there's been anyone causing any trouble in the tavern lately.
Troublemakers? Let me think. Actually, there was one.
Oh?
Oh, really?
It's that guy drinking at the table over there. Payne.
Pain.
He keeps ordering refills of our strongest drink, Death Afternoon.
Also Kaya's favorite drink.
Look how he's wobbling. If he passes out drunk, that could spell trouble.
Yes, that certainly sounds like a lot of trouble, although that's not quite what I was asking about. Is there anything in the tavern that has been out of the ordinary lately?
Out of the ordinary? Let me think. Yeah, as a matter of fact, there is. There are still some empty glasses on the tables upstairs that need clearing away. Must have been left there by the customers this morning. But I am busy with the accounts at the moment, and if I can't find time to clear the tables before the evening crowd arrives, things could get difficult.
This is the weirdest way of you asking us for help right now. That is not out of the ordinary. That's just people being slobs. Or you just not having good wait staff. What the hell?
Really? Well, that sounds truly terrible. Maybe I can help?
Noelle, you're forgetting why we're here.
Oh, sorry. I couldn't help myself.
I know. It's okay.
Mr. Charles, what I was really trying to ask was...
Oh, I know. You wanted to know if you could help out, right?
No, that's... No, Charles. Charles, no.
Surely that would be asking too much.
Yes.
I have yet to thank you properly for helping us move those kegs last time. And here you are offering to help again. I couldn't accept your offer in good conscience.
Good! Good, then you don't have to accept it at all. We didn't come here to help you like that, Charles. What don't you get, man? This freaking guy. I usually like Charles. Now I'm not too sure.
That being said, we are quite overwhelmed right now. So if it's all the same to you, ma'am, would you mind serving the customers for a while?
You've got like 3 people in here, man. And one of them is standing by the door claiming he has got all sorts of fingers.
Oh, okay then. It seems you are in great need of assistance.
I'm not happy with this.
Oh, thanks a million. I'll leave you to serve the customers then. Start by taking this Death Afternoon to Pain, and then maybe you can clear the tables on the 2nd floor? Thanks. I'll leave the tavern in your capable hands.
Wow. So this is what happens when I try to go with the flow. It appears that Captain Kaya's way with words does not come the most naturally to me.
I can't say I'm completely surprised.
But waitressing in the tavern should be a good means of gathering intel, right? It's quite a common motif in the books I've read. I just need to keep my eyes and ears open while I'm helping Charles with the tavern duties.
Okay, we gotta go do the thing. Hi, Payne, how's it going? You look great. I'm so happy that we're giving you another drink instead of cutting you off.
Excuse me, Payne. Here is the drink you ordered.
What? What's that? Oh, yeah, put it to the side. I think I need to sober up.
Yeah.
This drink is strong. Oh, I don't feel so good.
Mr. Payne, are you all right? Do you need to take a rest?
This is a tricky situation.
Let me think. If I'm not mistaken, Captain Kaya would first get his subject drunk before asking them any questions.
Surely he's too drunk to tell us anything by now.
This appears to be true. We must find another approach. Captain Kaya would probably appear cordial and sincere as a means to convince his subject to lower their guard, would he not?
Mm-hmm.
One must start by focusing on the person's individual circumstances and communicate a complete willingness to help. Then slowly move the conversation in the desired direction.
Okay.
Ooh, but how can I offer to help Mr. Payne right here and now? I've got it! Perhaps the dried fruits that I prepared for my exam could help him to sober up. Mr. Payne? Please eat this. It will make you feel better.
Oh, what's this? Oh, it tastes sweet and sour. Ooh, oof. I do feel slightly better now.
That's good.
Oh, you're Noelle, isn't it? And next to you is
Don't worry about it.
Mr. Payne,
Ooh.
are you feeling any better? Is there anything you wish to tell me?
I don't know if you heard that, but the audio just freaked out on Noelle's voice just now. I wonder if that was me or if that was just in the game itself. That's a little nerve-wracking. Okay, anyway.
Next to you is it's the death afternoon that I ordered. Yes. Did you bring this to my table? Thanks, Noelle. This drink is so strong.
Mm-hmm.
Mr. Payne? Mr. Payne?
Back to drunkenness again.
How can this be?
He's an alcoholic.
Drinking like this is disastrous for one's health.
Yeah. Maybe plying the customers with alcohol isn't the best approach. You could just listen in on their conversations instead.
Perhaps. Although, maybe it would be easier if there were a few more customers.
I know, it's like Charles made it sound like it was busy in here, and there's just, like, it's just not.
Oh, Mr. Charles also asked me to clear the tables on the second floor.
Yes.
If the second floor is filled with customers, perhaps I'll have the opportunity to overhear a thing or two.
Could happen. It could happen. Oh man, yeah, we're busy. Man, Charles, you are, wow. Woohoo. Damn. Don't work too hard, Charles.
It's such a mess. I must clear everything away quickly so that we can serve more customers.
Yeah, there's that other guy downstairs.
Oh, so many stains. Oh, once the tables are clear, they'll need to be washed with a good detergent.
Oh, I guess we'll do that too.
We're almost done. A clean and tidy environment always brightens my mood. Whew. Finally, all clear. Let's go check in with Charles.
We're going to go down this way. Huzzah! Charles.
Mr. Charles, everything has been dealt with. Is there anything else you need help with?
Wow, already? The customer at the table by the window just ordered a couple of things. Would you mind taking care of them?
Okay, leave it all to me.
Oh, they do. They do, Noelle.
Huh. With Noelle here, the tavern feels livelier than ever.
Late into the night.
It's not easy working at a tavern. But at least it's over now.
Well done. Did you manage to gather any intel?
Well done to you, too. Oh, intel.
Yeah.
No, I got so caught up with working that I completely forgot we were here to gather intel.
It's okay.
What should I do? There are hardly any customers left that I could talk to.
This is called finding a different plan at this point.
Oh, am I so incapable of handling even a simple task like this?
I think you can. You're just so used to being a maid and people taking advantage of that, I guess.
Thanks for all your help today, Noelle.
Yeah, thanks, Charles.
I've been a bartender here for more than a decade, and I've never seen a happier crowd of drinkers than the ones who are here tonight.
No wonder you're tired of working.
I can only assume that with you serving the customers, the wine tasted all the sweeter.
Probably.
I'm quite sure that can't be true. I didn't do anything particularly special.
Customers don't come here purely for the drinks. They come for what the drink represents. Some time to relax after a long day of work. Often customers choose this tavern not just for the quality of the drinks we serve, but also for the great atmosphere. You may not have brewed the wine, or even mixed the drinks. But for many customers, service with a smile is what makes the difference between a glass of wine and a great night out. It seems this tavern could do with more than just a single bartender. What we need is some proper waiting staff to really take care of the customers.
Yep.
Perhaps I could convince the boss to hire a server.
Are you telling me that Diluc's just that dumb? Or that cheap? Isn't he the richest dude in Mondstadt? Can he just... Can he have a server? It's crazy.
Anyway, I digress. Thanks again for all your help tonight.
Wow. I'm so glad to know I made everyone so happy.
It's okay that you didn't collect any intel. You are looking after Mondstadt in your own way.
Yes. Even though I failed to imitate Captain Kaya, it looks like I was still able to help those in need.
It's the same with the exam. You'll always have strengths and weaknesses.
Yes, I will keep that in mind. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Ahem. Sorry to interrupt.
You should be.
I sense that it's probably not the best moment.
It's not.
However, could I ask for one last little favor?
No. We're done. We're clocked out. It's over, man. Charles, you gotta wait. Go talk to Diluc about hiring actual people to work here. The hell you doing?
Drinking to make merry is all well and good, but passing out drunk in my tavern? That's a pain.
Who needs to be taken home? Probably Pain.
Pain ordered 2 more deaths after noon over the course of the night.
This sounds like your fault for giving them to him. There we go. There we go. It's a good picture. Thanks for doing absolutely nothing, Charles. It's everyone's fault. Everyone's to blame for something here. Okay. Alright, so we got that option right there. Let's now go the other way over here. Okay. You could become an acting grandmaster like Jean.
Master Jean?
Yeah.
How could I ever become someone great like her?
You know, by doing stuff.
Master Jean is a pillar of the Knights of Favonius, and a great source of inspiration to me. If I could gain even 1 or 2 of her qualities, I would be very happy. But the thought of becoming a knight just like her in every way? Oh, I could never achieve that.
Just set a goal first. We can start from the smaller details.
You think so? I suppose if the goal is set so high that I couldn't hope to achieve it immediately, I won't be too disappointed day to day. But where to start? I can't imagine what I would need to do to become more like Master Jean.
Jean often helps out the locals around town.
Oh, that's true. Master Jean is always lending a hand to citizens in need. So strong, but so gentle too.
Mm-hmm.
I still don't think I can do what Master Jean does, but at least I could start by trying to be gentle like her.
You're pretty gentle.
Okay, then let's head back to Mondstadt and see if anyone needs help.
Okay. Let's see where this is going to take us.
I'm sorry, Marjorie. I was focused solely on chatting with Quinn. I didn't see anything else at all. If you're out of other options, maybe you could get help from the Knights? I'm sure if Master Jean heard about it, she'd help you find it in no time.
This is just giving me flashbacks to Jean's story quest with how what's-her-face Margaret lost Prince, the cat, and wanted to go to Jean to ask for help. Guys, you have an adventurer's guild. Stop going to the acting Grand Master for things that don't fucking matter. Unless if this is the key to Mondstadt itself, it probably doesn't matter. Don't go to the person who runs the show for something like this. This is crazy.
Thanks. I'll check with a few more people first. If no one has seen it, then I guess I'll just have to ask the Knights.
Or the Adventurers Guild. Catherine is literally 3 steps to your left.
Alright, well, I hope it turns up soon. Bye now.
Great.
Maybe I should just tell the Knights already.
For what?
Miss Marjorie, are you in need of assistance?
What do you want?
Oh, Noelle. Since you asked, I seem to have misplaced a monocle that I imported from Sumeru.
Yeah, this sounds like your problem.
I was organizing the stock that had just arrived, and because the monocle was so fragile, I took it out, wiped it, and put it aside. But then, I went to get it after I was done with the stock, and it was gone. I've asked around, but no one seems to have any idea where it could be.
Has anything like this happened before?
Anything like this? Well, it's not completely unheard of. You know my store. There are all sorts of exotic items.
Mm-hmm.
In the past, I've lost a carved wooden perch and some boneware, but as soon as I reported them missing to the Knights, they were recovered right away.
Okay.
May I ask, where were the missing items recovered from?
Oh, the wooden perch was mistaken for a real fish by Margaret's cat, and as for the boneware, they eventually found that in a dog kennel somewhere outside the city.
Reminds me of some commissions once involving a missing cat and some tax returns. Yup, that's what I'm talking about. With people calling on the Knights for so many things, it's no wonder Jean is so busy. Okay, at least the Traveler has a similar mindset to me. I'm a little more aggressive with it, but still, it's the same. It's like,
Oh no, we mustn't increase Jean's workload any further.
no, we mustn't.
Master Jean's time should be spent on more important things.
Absolutely.
Miss Marjorie, would you mind letting me help you find the missing monocle? I may not be as efficient as Master Jean, but I will do my very best to help you find it.
Noelle, I think this might be your place within the Knights of Favonius if we want to continue having the Knights help with these random, meaningless tasks. You know what I mean? Like, because you're already good at helping people, and you already help everyone in the Knights anyway for things, and apparently Charles too, and who knows, like anyone else. We've got that message, right? Everyone relies on Noelle when she's around. They're used to calling her for help, and she just does it. Make that a department. You could be the lost and found plus additional services, and then that way Jean doesn't have to be loaded with all the random crap. And for you, it's not random crap because you're actually good at it. And by freeing up Jean's workload, you're helping the Knights of Favonius. So, like, yeah, like, that's great. This is fine. Let's just do that. I'm okay with this. But the fact that they're going to go to Jean because she misplaced something is crazy to me. I'm going to help too.
Oh, of course that's okay. But isn't asking Noelle the same thing as asking the Knights?
I mean, Noelle should just be a knight at this point.
I'd better gather some more information before heading out. As well as confirming some details regarding the monocle itself, we should find out as much as possible from Marjorie about the circumstances under which it went missing.
Okay.
So, do you have some ideas on where to start? Ask me whatever you want to know. I'll answer to the best of my memory.
What can you tell us about the missing item?
The missing item. Well, it's a monocle to start with.
Okay.
And since it came from Sumeru, the design should be fairly recognizable.
Okay.
As for other distinguishing features, it's very light and it's very small.
As monocles are, yep. Did you see anything?
I had my head down and I was busy working through the stock. I didn't see anything that was going on around me.
But the street is so busy that surely someone would have noticed if it had been stolen.
Did you hear anything?
Oh, now that you mention it, I do remember hearing some kind of flapping sound.
Freaking birds, man.
The sound went as soon as it came, and I was focused on checking if anyone had seen anything, so I didn't give it too much thought at the time. Do you think it could be connected?
Yeah, sometimes birds like shiny things. Maybe we can investigate in the direction in which the noise disappeared.
I first heard it behind me, and then it seemed to fade out in a northwesterly direction. Now I wish I'd followed the sound and spoken to people along the way.
Honorary Knight, shall we go head in that direction and make some inquiries? Maybe we'll find some clues.
Let's go ask about birds. Bird searching. Hi, Glory.
Excuse me, Glory. Have you heard anything that might be described as a flapping sound in this area recently? Marjorie's monocle has gone missing from her shop. We're trying to look for clues. Flapping sound? Yes, I think so. I believe it was the sound of a finch flapping its wings.
Damn, you know the bird. Okay.
It sounded a lot heavier today than usual, as if it was carrying something.
Wow.
So, maybe the finch took the monocle back to its nest. Well, I've seen their nests in the past on occasion while I'm cleaning the roof. What do you say we have a look, Traveler?
Okay.
Finally, we have a lead to go on. Thank you, Glory. You're welcome. May you swiftly recover the lost item by the grace of the Animo Archon.
Hell yeah. Thanks, Glory. You're an MVP. Great. Now I gotta climb up.
We found it!
Oh, wow, first try.
Must be Miss Marjorie's missing monocle.
Hell yeah.
Let's take it back to her right away. I hope we haven't kept her waiting too long.
Usually it's always the last one, and I thought they did that on purpose. Apparently not. Hi, Marjorie. I think I found it.
Miss Marjorie? Here. We found your monocle.
If she says this isn't my monocle, I'm gonna lose it.
Wow, you were so quick. How wonderful. I thought I wouldn't be hearing back for a few days yet.
A few days? That long?
Sure. In the past, when I've lost something and asked the Knights for help, it can take them a while to get around to it.
Yeah, probably because it's not important.
After all, the Knights have all sorts of things that they're busy with, big and small. No matter how capable Jean might be, she can't be in two places at once, can she?
I'm glad you realized that. Also not glad that you asked her anyway, because what the fuck?
Thanks to you, Noelle, we don't have to trouble the Knights with every little thing that comes up. Now that I think about it, Noelle is basically like another Jean. In that sense, it really does feel like Jean can be in two places at once.
There you go, Noelle. See, you can do these tasks, and people trust you with that.
No, surely you can't be serious. How can I compare to Master Jean? I can only help people with small things, like finding lost property.
And that's important to them.
Whether it's big or small, it's all the same to us. Things we can't handle by ourselves. Noelle, once you've qualified as an official knight, will that mean you don't have time to help us anymore? I, for one, am going to miss you.
No, not at all. If I do become a knight in the future, I will continue to help everyone with their problems.
There you go.
I was just kidding. Keep up the good work, Noelle.
No, you weren't. You weren't kidding.
I'm sure everyone in Mondstadt can't wait to see the kind of knight you become.
I will keep working hard.
Hell yeah.
Thanks again. I suppose I should put this in a secure place this time.
You think?
The kind of knight that I become.
Noelle, you seem quite pleased.
Oh, do I?
Yeah.
Yes. Maybe it's because I'm not afraid anymore.
Nice.
I've never dared to imagine myself as a knight before. I always feared that the higher my expectations, the more disappointed I'll be if I don't live up to them. But let's say I do become a knight in the future. Maybe I will simply continue to do the same things that I'm doing right now.
Yeah, exactly.
It doesn't matter to me how small these things are or how tiring. I do these things not because I'm a maid, but because of my own will.
Noelle, just be the kind of knight that you want to be.
Yes, there's no need to become someone else, nor worry about failing. As long as I perform better in my next exam than in my previous one, then one day I will become a knight that I can be proud of.
Yeah. That's a good picture too. They have some good pictures. Alright, great. So this route over here is completed. And we have another 2 routes to go. Okay, here we are.
A thesis on chivalry.
You don't look so good.
I don't?
No. Oh, God!
I'm sorry to make you worry on my account.
I'm sorry.
I've been busy preparing for my exam. Other than for work and training, I've barely left the library.
Listen, guys, I'm only doing it for other options. I don't know if that was necessary or not, but okay. Oh boy.
The exam is drawing nearer and nearer, but there just seems to be an endless amount of material to review.
Surely the only exam that could make Noelle nervous is...
Right. The Knights of Avonia's selection
Oh, I could just skip. What am I
exam.
doing? A change of scenery might do you good.
You mean a change of location?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Staying in the Knights' headquarters and in the library all the time does tend to make me feel as if I always have to be studying. But where else could I go? The Cat's Tail? Or the Angel's Share? Or perhaps somewhere away from the city. Starsnatch Cliff or Windrise.
Yeah, those are options.
I could even make some muffins, grab some napkins, and make a picnic out of it. But would that just waste too much time?
How about even farther away? Make it to a trip to Liyue.
A trip? To Liyue? Oh, I couldn't possibly justify that.
Sure you could.
In the time it would take to get to Liyue and back, I could have finished several of my books.
Liyue has an old saying, better to travel 10,000 miles than to read 10,000 books.
You really think I shouldn't limit myself to Mondstadt? Maybe you're right. Mondstadt is symbolized by the wind, but my vision is a geo one.
That's true. It is.
Maybe visiting the nation built by the Geo Archon could help me learn something new.
Yeah, that's cool. Cool way to think about it. Yeah, sure.
Very well then. If it's just a quick visit.
Alright, we're going to Liyue with Noelle. Awesome.
I can't believe I've really come all the way to Liyue.
You did. You did it. Look at you in Liyue.
Wow. The architecture here is so unique. And there are so many people around.
Well, it's the middle of the night right
But
now.
somehow, I feel like I'm constantly being watched.
Yeah, because you don't look like you're from here, but you know, it's same feelings for me, you know. Oh, look at that. That's nice. Well, you do look especially good today. Well, Knights of Avonius are a rare sight around here. I'm gonna compliment her. You're looking good, Noelle.
No, please don't make fun of me.
I'm not making fun of you. I got the heart back. You enjoyed that. It's good. We're good.
You shouldn't make jokes like that in public. People may hear you and get the wrong idea. Huh. How strange. Back in Mondstadt, I never feel shy around strangers. But over here, I feel so tense.
You're just not used to it.
It's probably because I'm in a completely different environment. I don't know how I should act to make sure I don't make a fool of myself. And speaking of, I heard that it's customary to eat with chopsticks in Liyue.
Probably the most superior eating utensil there is.
Back in Mondstadt, I have previously provided chopsticks to visitors from Liyue, but I've never used them myself. Oh, I hope I won't become a laughingstock.
Some foods here can be eaten without chopsticks. Want to have a look? I can try to teach you how to use chopsticks. Want to try? I'll teach you how to use chopsticks. I mean, people would argue that my way isn't the correct way to use them. But then again, that's crap because there are so many ways you can use chopsticks. Just don't stab your food with them.
Huh? Oh, I was just thinking aloud. Don't worry about it. My time here in Liyue is precious. I should make good use of it to study.
You never know, the exam may test your ability to work with partners from Liyue. Understanding the local culture will help you connect with people and learn more.
True. If I offended the locals by not knowing their customs, I wouldn't have the chance to learn from them.
Mm-hmm.
Huh. Then, okay. Let's start by learning about the local cuisine. Do you have any suggestions?
Let's go to Wanmin Restaurant.
Okay. If it comes recommended by you, I'm excited to find out what kind of food it is.
Yeah.
If it isn't the Traveler, what would you like to order today? Wanmin Restaurant will cook it just how you like it. Oh, is this a new customer you brought with you? Based on Madame's attire, it would appear that even a Knight of Favonius will travel all the way to Liyue just to try Wanmin Restaurant's cooking.
Sure.
Knight of Favonius? Oh, I'm not...
Shh, shh. You could just say you are. It's fine.
I'm just joking, of course. You must be in Liyue on official business. But anyway, while you're here in Liyue, I can confidently say that you won't regret stopping by Wanmin Restaurant to try our tasty dishes.
That's not what I meant.
Not what you meant? Oh, I see. I suppose you must be looking for Liyue Pavilion or Sinye Kiosk. Most first-time visitors have only heard of these two places. I just didn't expect the Knights of Favonius to be the same way.
Why wouldn't you expect that? And that's not what she meant, dude.
What I meant was, I am not an official Knight of Favonius. I'm just a knight in training currently serving as a maid.
Goodness, they really distinguish between knights to that degree? Well, anyway, as long as you dine at Wanmin Restaurant, rest assured you will leave here a satisfied customer. Since this is your first time in Liyue, perhaps you're not used to chopsticks yet. If so, might I recommend the grilled tigerfish? Fresh, fragrant, and easy to eat. If I tone down the spice a little, it should be perfect for the Mondstadt palate. Wanna try it?
Noelle, what do you think?
I want to learn about the Liyue diet. Adjusting the dish to accommodate what I'm used to seems to defeat the purpose of coming here.
I agree. Leave the spice.
Oh, you want to try something with more of a local flavor? Well, in that case, you've got to try our signature dish, blackback perch stew. The only thing is, you can't really eat it without using chopsticks, and the level of spice is not for everyone.
Give it to us anyway. We're gonna figure it out.
I pour oil into a hot pan, throw in a big handful of Jueyun chilies, and stir-fry them to release the flavor. Then, I sprinkle in some powdered violet grass to enhance the spiciness.
That's great. But I didn't ask.
Phew! I can already feel the spiciness just by listening to your description. Will I be able to handle it?
I don't know. Well, we're gonna find out, I guess. And this reminds me. I think people who write recipes and put them online just want to be authors. Like, they just want to write books. Specifically about their life. Because I swear to God, every time I've looked up a recipe online, it always starts with like 6 paragraphs of like, when I stumbled across this dish, I was in China. And when I was in China, I did this and blah, blah, blah. And they tell you about their life. And it's like, dude, I just want to know how to make this kind of ravioli. Why are we in China? Like, you know what I mean? I'm just... Anyway, sorry. Random tangent. You can do it. Come on.
Right. I can't give up so soon.
Leave it to me.
It's just a harmless bit of chili pepper. I can take it.
You can take it. You're going to be fine.
Chef Mao, I will go with your recommendation.
Hell yeah.
Great. Please have a seat. One blackback perch stew coming right up.
Although you're making a stew, why are we eating it with chopsticks?
Oh, so spicy. I can't even hold my chopstick steadily.
I guess you can pull things out of the stew and eat them with chopsticks and then drink the broth? But I've had stew in Japan. They don't use chopsticks for stew. I got nothing. Chef Mao, you're special. Okay, are you okay?
Oh, I'm fine. It's certainly very spicy, but once you get over that, oh, it's quite delicious.
Good.
What surprised me is how the freshness of the fish still shines through, despite how heavily seasoned the dish is. The next time I entertain guests from Liyue, I wonder if I'll be able to prepare such delicious food for them.
Your cooking is delicious too. Have I ever had her cooking? Or am I just referring to Mondstadt cooking? Your cooking's great.
Really? Then let me bake some muffins for you when we get back.
Hell yeah. What kind of muffins?
Wow, you've already finished? How do you feel? Even locals rarely finish the dish so quickly.
Oh, it was very good. Thank you, Chef Mao.
Ah, you're very welcome. Seeing customers satisfied is my greatest pleasure. But I must say, I really didn't expect you to drink the soup. It's so spicy that most people here in Liyue can't even handle it.
I've made a similar mistake before. Yeah. So, there's this type of ramen called, I think it's called skimen. And they separate the broth and the noodles, right? And you're supposed to take the noodles and dip them in the broth and then slurp up the noodles, right? And the reason why you do that instead of normal ramen is because the skimen broth is much thicker. It's more rich, right? So you don't actually really want to be drinking the soup from the bowl. Like, you don't want just the broth. Because if you do, it's based on personal experience, it's gonna be rough later. At least it was for me. Because when I had it, I drank the whole freaking thing, and it was delicious. But boy, did my stomach pick a fight with me after. It was nuts. But still, delicious. Anyway.
The soup? We weren't supposed to drink it?
Time to move on.
Oh, yes, let's. Next time I eat in Liyue, I'll be sure to check how each dish is meant to be consumed first. Oh, that sounds like ironwork going on over there. Is it a blacksmith?
Hey, he's right over there.
From the kind of weapons made here, I should be able to learn something about the local combat style. Will you come with me to the blacksmith so I can take a look?
You must mean Han Feng's ironmongers. Sure, follow me.
Oh, great! It's almost like you're the host and I'm your guest. As a maid, I can't help but feel a little guilty.
No, it's fine. I've been here. I think it's pretty cool that we are being this tour guide for her. It didn't have to be Noelle. I'm glad it is. It's fine that it is. But I think it's cool that we're getting this. How do I want to put it? There's someone who is very Mondstadt, right? And now they're in Liyue, checking it out. And I think that's pretty cool to have this Mondstadt character checking out how Liyue is and such. And I think it would be cool if there was a thing that happens like the other way around. I know in events in the future you have people from like Sumeru going to Mondstadt and like all sorts of stuff, like they're in different locations and all that stuff, but I don't know. It's cool. I know Mona is seen in some places, like I think she's in Fontaine at some point. Isn't Mona originally from Fontaine? Or she studied there? Or am I thinking of Lisa, who studied in Sumeru? Either way, I think it's cool that these characters have been to all sorts of places, and for those who haven't, it's cool seeing them being introduced to these places. I like that. Hello, guy.
Wow. Just from looking at these weapons, I can tell they have great power. Well, this is the nation built by the Geo-Archon, after all.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I wonder how Favonia's blade work could be applied to these weapons, and what kind of modifications would be needed.
Seems like you are getting some inspiration.
Yes, and even though I'm just thinking through problems as I always do, I don't feel as nervous as I did when I was in Mondstadt.
Oh, good.
Hey! You over there! What are you doing?
Oh, God, what do you want, kid?
Huh? What's wrong, little boy?
Who you calling little boy? I'm a mighty warrior. I see you with your strange attire, acting all mysterious, lording around the ironmongers. Yeah, you're up to no good.
Ah. Yes. Children and their prejudice.
I'm not up to anything.
Huh. You can't hide it from me. I see the way you look at those weapons. Same way I look at them too.
Okay. Sure.
You must be planning to sneak over and steal a couple of blades when the man's not looking, huh? Well, I'm warning you. Quit while you're ahead. Stop before you do something you'll regret. 'Cause if you get caught, that man is gonna yell at you.
I feel like you're talking about an experience that you had. She's a Knight of Favonia. She wouldn't do such a thing. She has her own weapon already. She wouldn't need to. I'm just gonna straight up call her a Knight of Favonia, so I don't care.
Honorary Knight, please.
Oh, God!
I told you not to call me that.
Oh, you did. Oh, sorry. Oh, jeez. I thought it was... Yep. Wow, lost a heart, gained a heart, then lost a heart again. I'm on a roll.
Knight of Favonius? Huh. Then she's no small fry after all.
See? Now he respects you. And you still work for the Knights of Favonius. Oh, well, come on.
But let's not get ahead of ourselves here. I still don't think I can trust you. Unless you show me your great sword and also your vision.
Ah, so that's what you're really after.
That's not true. No great sword can outshine the mighty Dugu longsword. And one day, I'm gonna get my Geo-Vision. So, I'm not jealous. Who said anything about being jealous? Huh.
The cat is out of the bag. All right then, if you insist.
This kid doesn't need to see your sword. Screw him. What's he gonna do?
Please be careful with them. Don't hurt yourself.
This is a bad idea.
You're really gonna let me have a look? Wow, you're so nice.
Oh, so now she's nice. Because you got what you wanted, brat.
Wow, that glow, it really is a Geo-Vision. And this sword is so heavy. I can't hold it.
Because you're weak and stupid.
It's not fair. If only I were a bit bigger.
Yeah, well, drink your milk and... I don't know. Be kind to your elders or some shit.
Be patient, you'll get there.
Yeah, what she said. She said it nicer.
Besides, I'm sure your dream will come true one day.
I don't think it will.
It's clear to me now. You bear a Geo-Vision. You wield a greatsword. You're a nice person from Mondstadt.
Yeah.
You must be a fabled Knight of Favonius.
Huh?
Huh. I must accept that the Knights of Favonius of Mondstadt live up to their name. But I shall not concede defeat.
Why is this a challenge?
As surely as the hills are green and the rivers flow into the sea,
Our paths will cross again.
Are you the big bad?
Wait,
Are you in league with Timmy?
Oh, he's gone. I do hope there are no further misunderstandings today.
Hmm.
Children in Leola have these dreams too. I never would have thought.
That children could have hopes and dreams.
When I was little, the other Mondstadt kids and I always used to imagine what kinds of visions we would have when we grew up. I hope that someday this boy's dreams will come true too.
Wow. And then you got a vision. Good for you. That worked out.
Anyway, what's next? Should we visit Leola's harbor or take a short break?
I imagine this is where the choice diverges. Let's go to the harbor. We'll learn something about the Millilith, maybe.
Yes, there does seem to be a large number of Milliliths stationed at the harbor. It would be great if I can learn something from them.
Sure.
While the Millilith stands guard, evil shall never prevail. Wow, it's good to finally meet you two.
You've been looking for us?
Yes. Word is that a Knight of Favonius has appeared in Liyue. That's why I came to have a look. I never expected that one of you would be the honored guest at the Chi-Sing. And the other one must be the rumored Knight of Favonius.
Oh, sorry. I am not yet a knight.
Here's the situation.
I see. Please excuse me for the misunderstanding. Allow me to introduce myself first. My name is Shayin, a Millilith responsible for garrison and patrol duties.
I am Roshi, a traveler.
And I am Noelle, Maid of the Knights of Favonius. Of course, I am not yet an official knight.
Understood. Allow me to apologize on behalf of all the residents of this area for the misunderstanding earlier.
Oh, it's no big deal. More importantly, is there a reason why you were looking for a Knight of Favonius? May I be of any assistance?
Well, let me fill you in. I just received some intel that a group of treasure hoarders, originally from Mondstadt, has shown up in this area recently. According to the intel, they've set up camp near Stonegate. If we act too rashly and let them escape back to Mondstadt, then it'll be difficult for the Millilith to continue pursuing them. That's why I was hoping the Knight of Favonius could join me in the arrest, so we could act as each other's witnesses. But it seems like this is easier said than done.
I see.
I'm sorry. Oh, if only I could have passed this selection exam earlier.
If I submitted an official request for assistance to the Knights of Favonius, all I would achieve is to buy the treasure hoarders time to plan their escape. Might I ask if there are any other Knights of Favonius in Liyue Harbor at present?
I'm an honorary knight.
Any other knights in Liyue? Oh, of course! If it's a knight you need, well, there's one right here.
Now you mention it, I am technically an honorary knight. It's almost like we could have said that at the beginning of the Liyue Archon quest instead of freaking out and trying to run away.
An honored guest of the Chi-Sing and an honorary knight too? Well, if someone who's independently a hero in two different nations is willing to lend me a hand, I can't exactly do better than that. It's just that I feel a little ashamed calling on a hero who defeats ancient gods to assist with something so trivial.
Oh, you know, sometimes I go on break and I just handle trivial things. Don't worry, I had to go look for a monocle in a bird's nest earlier. Me, a guy who thwarts gods.
Wait, so, as well as Storm Terror, you defeated an ancient god too?
Nah, it's honestly no trouble.
Then I am truly honored. Please excuse me while I catch up with my comrades stationed at Stonegate. I will confirm the details of the arrest with them. Whenever the two of you are ready, please come and find me there.
Okay.
Let's rendezvous shortly. While the Millilith stands guard, evil shall never prevail.
Okay. Gonna go help the Millith. Oh, we're going all the way over there, right. This seems to be the spot. There he is. Hey, Shayin, how's it going?
While the Millilith stands guard, evil shall never prevail. Thank you both for your help. We've confirmed the location of the treasure hoarders, and we will move out shortly.
Okay. Do you have to say the whole evil shall never prevail thing every time you speak to someone?
In case any of them slip through our grasp and try to escape to Mondstadt, we will need someone to guard this path.
Okay.
As I said earlier, it would not be appropriate for the Millilith to take action here, so I will have to rely on you two.
Okay.
Though I am not a Knight of Favonius yet, may I still help in some capacity?
Oh, I only asked the honorary knight here to act as a witness. There are no specific restrictions over how the arrest is carried out. So please, there's no need to feel apprehensive about your involvement.
If you have that urge to murder, then just go ahead and do it. Just leave us a body to bring back.
If that's the case, I shall be glad to help to the fullest extent that I am able.
I'll help too by using my powers that I've used to defeat gods against these average thieves.
Then I will meet up with my comrades first. If the treasure hoarders try to escape, they will have to pass through here. So I am counting on you two.
Okay. 1, 2. It's both of us. I counted for him. Just helping out. I'm gonna take these. Look at me, I'm helping. Just by removing all the stuff so there's no distractions. If I steal it first, the treasure hoarders can't steal it because I already have it. And there's one of those.
Would you mind letting me handle this mission?
Noelle, you want to guard this place by yourself?
Yes. If it hadn't been for you, I would not have been able to participate. As expected, compared to the honorary knight, I still have a long way to go.
But you're fine in your own right.
But I still want to do everything within my ability to share the load.
I will stand by and watch. Try not to push yourself too hard.
As you wish. Then leave it all to me.
Catchphrase.
Oh, they're coming already. Oh, facing them alone. Do I have what it takes?
You'll be fine. You put dirt in my eye? I didn't really appreciate that.
Someone needs assistance.
Oh,
As a dutiful maid would.
okay, and the game freaked out again. Love that.
Later.
I did it. I actually did it.
Because you have what it takes.
No. It's all because of your encouragement. Otherwise,
I don't know about that.
Thank you. We've successfully detained all the treasure hoarders who tried to escape through here.
Nice.
We've double-checked the numbers against the intel we were given, and it looks like none of them escaped. Small wonder that you are the honored guest of the Chising and Mondstadt's honorary knight.
Noelle took care of it all.
Oh, it was Miss Noelle who defeated the treasure hoarders.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
you're quite welcome. To be of help to you, sir, and to the Millilith, it is my great honor.
You are too humble. I hear from the merchants that the Knights of Favonius of Mondstadt are both highly skilled and only too willing to rescue people in the direst of situations. With the skills and integrity you've shown, it's no wonder that the residents of Chuhu Rock mistook you for a real knight.
Sadly, they are quite mistaken. I am still far from becoming a real knight.
Then I sincerely look forward to seeing you in action in the future, after you do become a real knight. It's getting late. I should escort these treasure hoarders back. While the Millilith stands guard, evil shall never prevail. Hope to meet you both again.
What happens if the Millith go on break? What happens to evil then?
Goodbye, Mr. Shayin.
Shayin.
Oh, a real knight. How much longer until I become worthy of this title?
We should probably head back to...
Oh, you're right. Wow, the time flew by so quickly.
It did.
Is it really time to go back already?
Noelle?
Apologies. I know this is a lot to ask, but
But...
could you spend a little longer with me?
Yeah, sure.
I still have somewhere that I'd like to visit.
Okay.
This is the place.
So you wanted to visit a tea stall?
That's right. I often make tea for the Knights of Favonius, so I wanted to come here and see what I can learn.
Oh, okay.
Would you care to join me for some tea?
Of course.
Leola's tea is certainly different from that of Mondstadt.
How so? Tell me.
Both the taste and the consistency are different, but the warm and soothing sense it brings me as I drink it, that feels the same. When I read about the Knights of Favonius and the Millelith in books, their rules and philosophy seem so different. But it seems the desire to protect one's own people is the same everywhere.
You would hope so. Whenever in Mondstadt or Liyue, everyone just wants to have a better future. And whether by Animo or Geo, people will seek to protect what is most important.
Yes! Deep down, people everywhere are the same. I don't think I'm so afraid of my exam anymore.
That's good.
I know I still have a long way to go compared to the honorary knight. Listening to your stories is like reading about myths and legends. But still, this motivates me to work harder and look forward even more to the day when it finally comes. The day that I can fight side by side with you as a knight.
Aw.
Let's come back to Liyue again. After my exam is over.
Sure. Sounds good to me. Oh, that's a good picture. Wherever a knight may go, the resolve to defend others goes with them. That's a good picture. I say that all the time, but it is. I like that one. Except I wasn't Geo. I was Electro. Imposter ether. Okay, so there's that. Now let's go back over here.
Wow! Just from looking at these weapons, I can tell they have
Skip.
great...
Look, kid. She has her own weapon already. She wouldn't need to.
Yes, that's right. In any case, my weapon of choice is the greatsword. And I don't see any of those here.
No?
Greatsword, huh? Well, you got one thing right. The man refuses to show anyone his greatsword in the store, no matter how many times you beg him. Trust me, I would know.
'Cause you're a beggar.
But let's not get ahead of ourselves here. I still don't think I can trust you, unless you show me your greatsword and also your vision.
That's what you're really after.
That's not true.
Yes, it is. Let's head to third round knockout, then keep exploring.
Yes. If we plan to explore further, let's take a short break first.
Let's do that thing. Third round knockout. Is this the place that has the guy who is super cheap? Or am I... No, this is the place where Zhongli likes to go. Never mind. This isn't the really... That's not the cheapskate guy that lives up there. Alright.
Oh, you must be from Mondstadt.
How could you tell?
Looking at your outfit, you don't seem to be an ordinary civilian. In which case, surely...
Here it comes.
You must be an illustrious knight of Favonius.
Wow.
Pardon my directness. My name is Iron Tongue Tian, and I was hoping that you could help me out.
Oh,
Sure.
hold on. I'm really sorry. I am not yet an official knight, but just a maid of the Knights of Favonius.
Maid? Of the Knights? A Maid-Knight?
Yes.
Oh, now that is genuinely intriguing. Miss, if you're willing to help me out, I have every confidence that you will provide me with infinitely more source material than any other knight could.
Source material?
As you can see, I have been a local storyteller here for a
Oh.
long time, and, well, my audience is starting to tire of hearing the same old stories over and over again.
I see.
When I saw this young lady show up just now, I was quite awestruck by her, so much so that I was suddenly inspired by the idea of writing a new book, A Knight's Journey Through Liyue. However, inspiration is just the start. I still need some material to work with. Even the most ingenious storytellers don't just come up with stories out of thin air.
You ever try to write a story or come up with something and you have like a really good idea for the beginning of the story and the end of the story, but now there's the middle part of like, how do I get from point A to point B? That used to happen to me all the time.
I do occasionally hear anecdotes about the Knights of Favonius doing the rounds here in Liyue, but they're mostly unreliable rumors, with everyone telling a different story. Far better to find an actual knight and see for myself.
But I am still not a knight yet.
Ah, don't worry about all that. As the saying goes, the story should be inspired by life, but larger than life. As the storyteller, I can change a detail or two here and add some dramatic effect there, you know.
Honorary knight, I'm a little conflicted. What should I do? Although I should always lend a hand to anyone in need, it would be dishonest for me to pretend to be a real knight.
It's not dishonest, you're just helping him generate some ideas.
You understand me. Miss, rest assured that I will not put you in a difficult spot. All I'm asking you to do is to come with me to the countryside and show me some of your blade work. Let me see something new. I'll fill in all the other details, all within reason, of course.
I was like okay with this idea, and now I'm not okay because now we're going on a trip. Like, what the heck?
Well,
Why can't we
okay
just
then.
brainstorm?
If it's just providing some initial source material.
Why can't she just be like, here's an adventure I had? Instead, we gotta now go out to the countryside.
I heard earlier from the Millilith that some hilly churls have been wreaking havoc in the countryside. Ooh, let's head over there.
Okay.
This looks to be the place. Ah, but it seems our timing is off. The hilly churls are nowhere to be seen.
Oh, if the hilly churls are not around, does that mean you can't get any source material?
Not necessarily. Look at all the things they left here. Miss, why don't you use your great sword to clean the place up?
We're gonna pull some Legend of Zelda shenanigans. Just break everything.
Cleaning up? Well, that shouldn't be too difficult. But the hilly churls could return at any moment. Mr. Tien, please find a safe location from which to observe.
Okay. The knight's meticulous mind attended to each and every detail of her duty with the utmost care and attention. This is good. I can work with this very knightly.
Oh, you're taking notes already? Cleaning up a camp. I guess I do this kind of thing all the time. So it should be okay to include in your book.
I want this stuff. This?
Oh no!
There we go.
The hilly churls are back! Mr. Tien, please, be careful!
Oh. Again. Man, these hangout quests aren't, like, optimized with combat stuff.
Sensational. I will call that one the Impregnable Shield of Chivalry. Yes, it's coming to me now. With the prescience of a prophet, the knight foresaw the precise moment of the hilly churl's return, and promptly warned the commoners to take cover. Now she stood alone, as she drew her sword and strode forward to confront the enemy. Oh, this is all great material. It's just a pity that the only enemies are these hilly churls. It needs a little more oomph. I've got it. Would the two of you be able to give me some kind of mementos?
Mementos?
That's right, mementos. Though the story is a work of fiction, the more real it feels, the more engaging it will be. Some sort of battle trophy to display before the audience would really seal the deal.
I see.
Okay, so something like a hilly churl mask or an arrowhead?
If it's all the same to you, I was thinking more along the lines of, well, maybe a component from that ruin guard.
Is this what you meant by dramatic effect?
Yes, you've got it. You really understand where I'm coming from. I've heard that there's a very common component in ruin guards called the, chaos device? I should write down my new ideas before I forget them. Just hand the chaos device to me once you've managed to obtain it.
Okay. Man, these people and Noelle doing their jobs for them. That's not gonna work. There we go. Alright. Yeah, so I'm pretty sure I got one of those.
If you could hand me that chaos device once you've managed to procure it, I'd be...
Yeah, we're fine. Here you go.
Oh, such mighty power, so battered and bruised. I just need to embellish it a little further and this will be perfect.
Embellish it? Even further? Well, as long as I have been able to help you with your creative process.
Of course you have. Okay, I know where I'm going with this story now. I need to get back and start writing. Oh, and if the two of you have any free time later, stop by Third Round Knockout and you can hear me tell my new story.
Great.
Oh, I wonder how Mr. Tian's story will turn out in the end. For some reason, I have a bad feeling about it.
Yeah, you're probably not gonna like it. Especially if he just uses your name for some reason. You're definitely not gonna like it.
Why don't we go back to Liyue Harbor and listen for ourselves?
Okay, if that's what you want. She's gonna be embarrassed and think it's not cool because she doesn't consider herself a knight and all that jazz. And, yeah. Oh, with a roar like thunder, iron clashed with iron. Then four gigantic fists came pounding into the ground with a force beyond what could be put into words, so colossal was their weight, and so earth-shattering their impact.
Such unthinkable power could easily cleave a stone peak right off the top of a mountain. Any ordinary human would either be torn to pieces in an instant, or at the very least, suffer indescribable injuries. But not so the knight from beyond the border. She did not flinch in the face of the flying iron fists, but sank instead into a low, fighting stance. And with one swift sweep of her sword, the clash of metal erupted once more as dust billowed all around. Moments later, there was a deep and dull thud as the dust dispersed to reveal two pairs of iron claws lying lifeless on the ground. Such is the awesome power of the impregnable shield of chivalry, an esoteric martial technique practiced exclusively by the Knights of Mondstadt.
I mean, it is hyping up the Knights of Mondstadt.
The knight barely had time to catch her breath before a dark shadow leaped up before her into the sky, blotting out the sun and turning day into night. It was a ruin hunter. But she was no ordinary knight, and in her heart she declared, "I have nothing to fear." With an almighty battle cry, she unleashed the indomitable sword of Favonius. Beams of golden light shone out in all directions. A gust of wind raced through the battlefield. Sparks flew and debris fell.
One knight against 2 ruin guards and a ruin hunter? Surely that must be an exaggeration.
I suppose these stories are supposed to be taken with a grain of salt.
He went a little too overboard, huh?
Is this about me? What is he talking about? Oh no, this won't do. I must ask him to rewrite the story.
It's fine. The audience isn't taking it seriously.
Hard to believe? Then feast your eyes on this.
It's a hand!
This is solid proof of the Maid-Knight's journey to Liyue. A fragment of a ruin god's armor, cut from its carcass by a blow of her blade in the midst of her death-defying battle.
That is part of a ruin guard. A friend of a relative in the Millelith told me about these. Whoa.
A friend of a friend of a friend of a friend of a friend.
Oh, it's real, all right. Look at the cuts on it. Fresh from the battlefield.
I must explain to Mr. Tien.
She is losing it.
Honesty, modesty. These are the virtues cherished by the knights.
Hey, would you look at that? That girl over there looks uncannily similar to the knight from the story.
Oh boy.
Oh, I'd say more than just similar. She's the spitting image. Oh, should we get an autograph? Oh, it's definitely her. The legendary Maid-Knight.
Huh?
Noelle, let's get out of here.
Oh, okay.
And so, the knight went west from Stone Gate with her sword in hand and scaled the mountains of a vast new land.
What's west?
A legend from the moment she set foot in Liyue. Tales of the adventures of the Maid-Knight would be talked about for hundreds of generations. Stay tuned for the next chapter.
We're not going to help you with that chapter, dude. You're going to have to make up that. Like you made up this one. Yeah. Good picture. Oh, boy. All embarrassed and stuff. Freaking motioning to her and everything, and they're both looking. The Maid-Knight's Tale. Knight went west from Stonegate with her sword in hand and scaled the mountains of the vast new land. A legend from the moment she set foot in Liyue. Tales of the adventures of the Maid-Knight will be talked about for hundreds of generations. That's what he said at the end there. Okay. Yeah. So, great. Good. There we go. We have that completed. So now, we have 2 more endings to go. Let's do them. Okay, so here's a new option. You could take some more exams to get used to the atmosphere.
Take some more exams? Would that really help me?
Maybe.
It's true that the more I study, the more unprepared I feel. It's inevitable that I'll run into something unexpected. But if I can simulate the atmosphere of an exam, then I can learn how to cope with it.
Mm-hmm.
But where would I even go to take one?
Often take part in the ranking exams of the Adventurers Guild. The ranking exams of the Adventurers Guild can make you stronger. Same thing. Like,
The
okay.
Adventurers Guild?
Adventurers Guild.
Now that you mention it, someone once invited me to join them.
Oh.
Well, since it's recommended by the honorary knight, then I have to give it a try.
There we go then. Alright. Probably going to talk to Catherine. Maybe there's some people standing outside of Catherine's booth. It's either Catherine or Cyrus. It's Catherine. Alright.
Ad Astra Abyssosk. Welcome to the Adventurers Guild. What kind of commission would you like to take on today?
About the adventurers ranking exams.
You wish to take an exam? Please wait while I verify your adventure record and the status of your recent commissions.
I meant Noelle.
Sorry, Miss Catherine. Actually, I am the one who wishes to take the exam.
Oh, Noelle. You are finally ready to join the Adventurers Guild? Wonderful. I will process your application at once.
No. I just want to take an exam for the experience. Right now, I don't have any plan to become an adventurer. I'm sorry.
I see. What a pity. Our exams are only available to official members of the guild. The content of each exam is determined based on the adventurer's individual experience and commission status. As such, I am unfortunately unable to arrange for you to have an exam.
But what if you did it anyway? Because, let's be honest, the Adventurers Guild is kind of a joke. At least here in Mondstadt.
However, since you just want to experience what an exam is like, perhaps you can talk to Cyrus, the branch master.
Okay, so we are going to have to talk to Cyrus anyway.
As it happens, he has recently been working on a new entrance exam for the guild. It has not yet been approved for official use. Perhaps you could give it a trial run.
Pretty sure there was no such exam when I first joined.
Indeed. Although the entrance exam does have something to do with you joining the guild.
Oh, did I change how things work here?
You can ask Branchmaster Cyrus if you require more details. He should be at Angel's Share right now drafting the syllabus. He said he gets more inspired when he's there.
He's drinking.
We don't yet know what's included in the syllabus. Others in the guild have produced several drafts, but all of them were rejected by Cyrus.
It sounds as if I'll have a good chance of running into something unexpected.
Let's give it a try.
Yes, let's! Oh, I wonder what will be on the exam.
We're going to find out. There he is. There's Cyrus. Hi.
Hunt down 3 ruin guards. Could it be a little too difficult? What am I thinking? The newcomers will run a mile. Hunt down 3 boards in the forest. Nay, the guild will never approve that.
What are you doing?
Oh, it's you. And Noelle, I see.
Hello, Mr. Cyrus. Are you working on the exam syllabus? How is it coming along?
Don't get me started. Since the Travelers solved the Storm Terror crisis and became Mondstadt's hero, a whole load of young people got excited and decided to join the Adventurers Guild.
Good for you.
But most of them have no experience at all. They can't even handle a single slime without getting all battered and bruised in the process. So some genius in the guild decided, why don't we make an entrance exam?
Well, that sounds like a good idea, no? This way the adventurers won't get hurt so easily.
Yeah, only some can be accepted and all that stuff.
Yes, but if the exam is too difficult, no one will want to join.
True.
A few scrapes and bruises is nothing a strong will can't compensate for. Why doesn't anyone else in the guild understand this?
I mean, I see what you're saying. You need to test their will as well. Wouldn't it take a strong will to go up against a monster regardless? It's not like these guys have visions and stuff for the most part. So it'd still be kind of not the easiest for them, and they'd have to be kind of brave, right? I don't know. I see what he's saying, though.
Anyway, I already rejected 2 drafts, and now I'm working on a 3rd one myself. It's absolutely crucial that I get the difficulty level right. If only someone could give it a test run. At least then I could decide where the upper limit of difficulty should be.
Then, Mr. Cyrus, may I give it a try? I am very interested in experiencing the Adventurer's entrance exam.
Oh? Noelle, you mean you want to take the Adventurer's entrance exam?
That's what she said.
Ha ha! That's fantastic! Well, if it's you, Noelle, even with every challenge at the highest difficulty, you shouldn't have any problem at all.
Yes. Please make sure they are the most difficult.
Excellent! That's the spirit of a true adventurer. Now, let me explain the rules of the exam.
Okay.
First, since adventurers often work in groups, you are welcome to invite others to assist you during the exam.
Fair.
If the traveler is willing, please join Noelle.
So even at the highest difficulty, you can just get someone else to help?
Indeed. Second, there are 3 parts to the exam, which are basic knowledge, survival skills, and a combat exercise.
Okay.
You only need to pass 2 out of 3 parts to succeed in the exam. But of course, Noelle should find she has no trouble getting a perfect score.
So you can still pass even if you're no good at combat.
And finally, remember at all times that being an adventurer takes courage and resilience. Ad Astra Abyssosk.
Ad Astra Abyssosk.
Ha ha! That's the spirit. Without further ado, let's start part 1.
Okay.
Basic knowledge.
Basic knowledge.
A true adventurer must be well versed in all sorts of relevant knowledge to handle whatever may come their way.
Okay.
I will ask you 3 questions. You may discuss among yourselves first, before giving me an answer.
Okay.
Question 1. An adventurer must be well acquainted with their environment to make sure they can obtain any resources they need.
Okay.
Tell me, which of the following local specialties of Mondstadt cannot be found near Wolvendom? Dandelion seeds, calla lilies, windwheel asters, or small lampgrass?
I don't remember.
Wolvendom. I remember reading that there are wolf hooks everywhere.
Yes.
But the book made no specific mention of any other plants.
Right.
No, I must approach this question differently. Is there anything here that requires specific environmental conditions in order to grow? Conditions that Wolvendom cannot provide?
So... is the calla lily the one that is only growing by water? Because I don't think Wolvendom has any water near it. And if that's the case, it would be whatever flower that is. Unless if there's something about windwheel aster that I don't understand. I'm going to go with this one.
Ooh, I'm afraid
I forgot what
that's the wrong answer.
I forgot what it looked like. Was it windwheel? Windwheel?
On to question 2.
Oh, you're not going to tell me.
An adventurer must always learn from their experience and keep track of everything they encounter in the form of a diary.
Okay.
There is a famous adventurer who once went exploring all over Liyue, documenting his whole journey.
Okay.
Thanks to the notes he took of each location that he went, young adventurers are now able to plan ahead and avoid the dangers there. What is the name of this adventurer?
Learning from experience, writing diaries. It seems like adventuring requires constant self-reflection, just like studying.
This sounds like Alice because of the Tevat travel guide, which is a guide, but it's also her diary.
Regarding this adventurer, I do believe I have read about him. He even made his mark on Dragonspine.
Oh.
Yes, it must be him. Oh, what was his name?
Oh, we're talking about something different. Oh, I don't remember this at all. Wild? Wyatt? Rolled Sayed? I don't remember this. Am I supposed to know this off the top of my head? I do not.
That's it. It's rolled.
Is it rolled? I had a feeling it was rolled, but I wasn't sure.
Correct!
Okay.
I had thought this question would be a little more challenging to adventurers from Mondstadt. Once again, Noelle, you never fail to impress.
Well, I'm glad I got that.
Last question. Let's have some fun with this one. The most terrifying domain for adventurers from Mondstadt. The infamous Windless Land. All that awaits you there is a sea of ashes and the deathly silence in the air. So, what is the name of this taboo territory?
A sea of ashes, a windless land. What could it be?
It's the Oh, really? I don't remember how it's spelt. God. I don't remember how it's spelt. I think it's number 4.
Correct!
Okay.
Keep this name in mind. Someday, you too will pass through this domain.
Right now, a lot of people playing through Natlin are expecting to at some point in time, but I don't think they've got a chance to yet. Hopefully they will.
Are the questions too difficult? If even Noelle wasn't up to the task.
I mean, we did it. We got 2 out of the 3.
Never mind. Don't worry too much. This was just testing your rote learning ability anyway. It wouldn't be much practical help on an adventure. But be warned, things start to get a little trickier in the survival skills test. Now, go and prepare yourselves. Meet me at Good Hunter when you think you're ready.
Oh, we're gonna be ready. We're gonna be so ready. Here we go. Going to be ready.
Okay, let's begin part 2 of the entrance exam.
Ready and willing, Mr. Cyrus.
Staying well-fed and making sure to prepare sufficient food supplies is a key survival skill for adventurers. That's why the second part of the exam is to prepare a food item fit for an emergency out in the wild. There are 3 criteria.
Okay.
Firstly, the ingredients must be easily accessible in the wilderness.
Sure.
Secondly, preparation and cooking must be quick and easy.
Okay.
Thirdly, well, the food item in question must be able to help someone in dire straits to bounce back from the brink and regain their strength.
Okay.
So go ahead, cook something full of passion and packed with flavor. Just bring it to me whenever it's ready. Noelle, I await your dish with the greatest of anticipation. Ha ha!
All right.
Simple ingredients, easy to cook, helps you rally. Honorary Knight, do you have any idea?
Chicken. Oh, Mondstadt grilled fish, steak, emergency food. Steak. It's one ingredient and it brings you back to life, right?
Steak. Good point. In a real emergency, all you'd need is a piece of meat. You wouldn't even need any seasoning.
Mm-hmm.
Okay then. Once it's ready, let's take it over to Mr. Cyrus.
Okay.
We can always change our minds if we have a better idea. One must be careful not to act too hastily when taking an exam.
Okay. Hey, Cyrus, I got steak.
Oh, you're ready to go? Don't be too hasty now. You still have time to prepare. Use it wisely.
I got steak. Wait. I don't have steak? Hey, sorry, I don't have steak. Steak. There you go. Enjoy.
Steak! Steak! Ha ha ha! Hands down the top choice of a true adventurer.
Mm-hmm. I've played Monster Hunter.
Simple ingredients, highly nutritious, And most importantly, all you need to cook it is an open flame. And when it's not an emergency, adding a bit of seasoning makes it even better. Succulent and juicy, crispy on the outside and tender on the inside. The perfect accompaniment to an alcoholic beverage.
Really? If you like it so much, I can always make a few more.
This was all a ploy to get Noelle to cook some drunk food for you.
Not at all. I was merely contemplating having a celebratory libation on Noelle's behalf. In any case, congratulations on passing part 2 of the exam. Up next is the final stage.
Alright, I think that's combat.
Go get yourself ready. Then meet me at Bright Crown Canyon.
Okay, we're going to Bright Crown Canyon. The Bright Canyon. Bright Crown Canyon. Oh. I have to go up there. Well, shit. Uh-huh. There we go. Easy. Hi. 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 There we go. Now I can talk to you.
Ad Astra Abysosk, and welcome to the third and final part of your exam. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Please, begin. I am ready.
Good. Now, the most important skill set for an adventurer is, of course, combat skills. Ferocious monsters, dangerous machines. Only in the heat of battle against your enemy does that surge of adrenaline really kick in. This is the last part of the exam. Defeat the nearby ruin guard as quickly as you can.
Okay.
I will be watching from here. Give it all you've got, Noelle.
Okay.
Okay. This time, I am confident I will pass.
You got this. Because it's probably going to be my whole team plus you. It is. Yeah, this is not a problem. Hello. How's it going?
Take this!
Leave it all to me.
Lightning flash!
Yeah. Shudder. Fate is upon me.
There we go. Did it. You did great.
Honorary Knight! I did it!
This is all the result of your hard work.
Not entirely. Whenever I've taken an exam in the past, I always get nervous and I can't control it. I know that it's just like in training, but I always end up worrying I might fail. But not this time. This time, it seems I was able to remain calm. Somehow, having you by my side is soothing.
Well, I'm glad it's good.
It must be because you are here with me that I was able to complete the exam.
No, Noelle. It's because you have what it takes. You got this.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome.
On the day of the real exam, if, and I mean only if...
I will be there.
Great. Oh, maybe, just maybe, things will be different this time.
Yeah. Probably. Hopefully. Do we know if she ever becomes a knight? It would be nice if she did. I mean, I know we don't really focus on her that much at all. Like, this hangout thing's like the only thing that she's in, but... Damn, it'd be nice to hear a thing at some point, but I don't know, maybe we do, maybe we don't. You couldn't meet us over here, Cyrus. You saw us beat the thing. You couldn't just... We have to come to you? I get it. This is part of the exam, right? That's what it is.
Oh, back already? Seems like. Even the third part of the exam is a walk in the park for you. Now, please allow me to announce the results of your Adventurer's Entrance Examination. You successfully passed the exam! Oh, and you were so close to getting a perfect score, it feels like a missed opportunity.
I did mess up that question. Yeah, I just pick up the plants. I don't really look at them.
But if even Noelle could not get the perfect score, then maybe I still need to adjust the difficulty level a little further. Yes, the barrier to entry must be lowered to cater to the newcomers. Then we can raise the difficulty at a later stage. Only in this way can we successfully attract newcomers.
Yes. You have to make it so people can be enticed to join, and then as they go through training, you eventually give them a more, you know, difficult exam, exam that actually tests their skills, and then you kind of weed out the ones that are passionate about it and who are not.
I didn't get a perfect score?
Hey now, first things first. Allow me to congratulate you on what was nevertheless a sterling performance in your exam. I will have Catherine handle the admission process for you right away. Noelle?
Oh, is she upset? She's like, she got the A minus instead of the A plus, and now she's gonna beat herself up over it.
Where did I go wrong? Is there any hope for me to improve? If I could start over.
It was me, actually. I kind of messed up. I kind of flubbed on the plant thing.
Oh, I'm sorry. Mr. Cyrus, what were you saying just now? I was a little lost in my own thoughts.
I was about to ask whether you would have the time to visit the guild with me.
I do apologize, Mr. Cyrus. I must get back to my exam preparation. If I don't review my mistakes, I will only repeat them the next time I run into the same problem. It seems I still have lots to learn.
She sounds so sad.
I will head back to the library now and continue studying.
Noelle, you already passed your exam. What do you need to study for? Sure, you made a few mistakes, but this is an overreaction.
Listen, Cyrus, here's the situation.
I see. Well, when you get back, would you mind going to the library and checking on Noelle?
Of course.
I hope my exam hasn't affected her mood.
Oh, it did.
How can I get the exam to the right difficulty level? I should go back to the Angel's Share and give this some careful consideration over an alcoholic beverage.
You're definitely one of the 4 drunkards, aren't you? There she is. Hi, Noelle. Oh.
Mustn't fall asleep.
Noelle, are you okay?
Oh, sorry, I zoned out a little. I didn't notice you there.
Yeah, apparently.
I've summarized my experiences from the mock exam and created a new reading list.
Okay.
Getting to know Mondstadt's geography and a 1-minute history of adventuring in Mondstadt. Oh, there's so much I can learn from them. And then there's eating well in Mondstadt. I never realized there were so many ways to cook in the wild. Oh, and also self-defense, the art of down-to-earth dialogue with monsters. The combat approach of adventurers is definitely worth further study. The only thing is, there's so much to get through. Will I really be able to finish them all?
Surely these topics won't be covered in the Knight's selection exam?
But, what if this is the one time they do come up? What then? What if they ask me how to rescue an adventurer? Or how best to collaborate with the Adventurers Guild? If I neglect these topics now, I may live to regret it later.
But she's taken the exam before, right? And has failed it? so she would know what's on the test, unless if it changes all the time.
It looks like every second I have between now and my exam is going to count.
Oh. Points deducted. What if this topic comes up in the exam? That's her having a crisis. Damn. Alright, well, we got one more to go, so we're gonna do that and wrap up this thing. Windwheel Aster was my second guess.
That's it! The Windwheel Aster mostly grows in Storm Terror's lair, at Windrise, and near statues of the Seven.
Right.
All the others are much more widely found.
Okay.
Mr. Cyrus, our answer is Windwheel Aster.
Mm-hmm.
Correct! There's no fooling you two, eh?
That's right.
On to question 2. An adventurer must always learn from their experience and keep track.
Okay, so now I'm just gonna get everything right, I imagine.
That's it!
So, this was not, that much different. Usually they stray a little more with, I mean, I guess this is similar to, oh, it's stormy out. I don't know. I guess this is just a different ending for the same path, so of course it's about the whole Adventurers Guild thing. For some reason, I thought it was going to be a point before it. I don't know why. But I guess it would make sense that you get a different ending if you gave different answers. Whoa, that was really close. Chill, I'm not even in Inazuma right now. Can you just chill out, dude? Hey, how come I can't talk to you from this side? Why do I have to approach you from the right?
Ad Astra Avisosk.
Alright.
And welcome.
Before I
to the
die in
third-
the rain because of the lightning and storm stuff and the doom. The doom. Oh god!
Please stay indoors until the storm passes. I will deal with any urgent outdoor business.
Okay. Good to know.
Steady it.
Take this!
Beg for mercy.
Thunderclap!
Out of the frying pan.
Lightning flash!
Got it.
Honorary Knight! I did it!
This is all the result of your hard work.
Not entirely. Whenever I've taken an exam in the past, I always get nervous and I can't control it. I know that it's just like in training, but I always end up worrying I might fail.
Oh god, the lightning.
But not this time. This time, it seems I was able to remain calm.
That's good.
Somehow, having you by my side is soothing.
This is very soothing right now.
It must be because you are here with me that I was able to complete the
No,
exam.
it's because you have what it takes, man.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, and so does the lightning. It could take us out real quick. We should go.
On the day of the real exam.
I will have time.
and
I'll make time.
great.
It'll be fine.
Oh, maybe, just maybe, things will be different this time.
I think so. I think so. You got what? It's fine. Let's go talk to Cyrus and get out of the thunder, lightning, doom. All right, Cyrus, help. Why'd you have to have the exam in a lightning storm? What's wrong with you?
Oh, back already? Seems like. Even the third part of the exam is a walk in the park for you.
Yeah.
Now, please allow me to announce the results of your adventurer's entrance examination.
Perfect score. Give it to me.
You passed with a perfect score. Noelle, you are incredible as always.
She did it.
Oh, well, it's all because I had an honorary knight by my side.
No.
Without further ado, it gives me great pleasure to officially grant you the title of Adventurer. May your days ahead be filled with adventure, and may you boldly explore the stars above and the abyss below. And Astra Abyssosk! My. I never thought I'd see the day when Noelle would finally come around to the idea of joining the Adventurers Guild.
Oh, Mr. Cyrus, I'm terribly sorry, but actually
There's no need to talk like an outsider anymore. From now on, you can call me Branch Master, and I will call you Adventurer.
Well, I'm glad the lightning stopped.
I'm very sorry, but I actually wasn't planning to join the Adventurers Guild at all. I just wanted to take an exam so I could get used to the atmosphere. I thought it might help me better prepare for the Knights of Favonia's selection exam.
You mean...
She's not joining, pal.
Oh, how can this be? I was just about to recommend you to the perfect adventure team.
Well, I mean, she just wanted... Maybe if you weren't drunk off your ass when we asked if we could just test it out for you, you would know that this wasn't that serious.
Why not give it some more thought? Even if you're not ready to be a full-time adventurer, you'd be more than welcome to help out every now and then.
Yeah, but the moment she says yes, you're gonna call on her every beck and call because she got the perfect score, and like, you know, the Adventurers Guild is for the most part pretty incompetent. Not everyone, but there's you know, there's Pallid, and that's like -10 guys. So, you know.
Just think of it as yes, think of it as part of your exam preparation. You know, if you think about it, adventurers have a lot in common with the knights. Both want to defend Mondstadt.
I see what you're doing.
Exam preparation? Defend Mondstadt?
Yes, precisely. I assure you it won't take up too much of your time. I believe it's only around 4 commissions per day.
Noelle, take it from me. You don't want this deal. The dailies, they're not so bad right now. But they were. They used to be. Some people just, they don't have time for that.
4 commissions? Maybe if I can squeeze out some time from my breaks.
Noelle, stay strong.
Oh, if I'm not careful, the urge to accommodate just takes over.
Yep, that happens quite a lot with you.
I'm sorry, Mr. Cyrus, but I'm afraid that my answer is still...
Please, Noelle, I'm begging you. We need your help.
This is what I'm talking about. The moment you accept, he's gonna pull this card on you all the time when he's like, we really need you to join us on this adventure. And you're just gonna like, come on, man.
Well, if my assistance is required...
No, let's go back and do some studying.
Oh, okay. Oh, sorry, Mr. Cyrus. Maybe next time.
We had to break up with Cyrus like that. Perfect score or not, now is not the time to be thinking about joining the Adventurers Guild. And we run for our lives. Alright. And I believe that's it. Those were all of Noelle's little hangout sessions. Oh, and these are all the pictures. Alright, so that was Noelle's hangout thing. It was great. She had 2 acts, Act 1, Act 2. I don't think most characters get an Act 2, but hey, Noelle did. No complaints here. I'm glad I got to learn. We'll meet and learn more about Noelle as we did this. And I think seeing how the branches and storylines go is very cool. If there are, you know, is there a little canon story of one of those branches, or is it just different possibilities and such? I have ideas if I am able to think about it, like why it could be different branching paths and still make sense versus being a correct one. You know what I mean? But yeah, this was fun. I think Noelle is pretty cool. She's a lot more cooler than I had thought. Because originally, she was just a character that they gave you. Cool, we got a Maid-Knight, got a Claymore, give you a shield. So that's some good utility right there. She can heal you, potentially. And, she's very useful. For example, when I said when you're fighting, like, enemies like Ajdaha, you know, you need a shielder. She's my shielder when I need one. She doesn't normally come to me in my party because she's not that leveled up, but I can definitely see why someone could go through these little hangouts and just be like, oh yeah, Noelle's great. There was some cool little character stuff. And even some character development with her here and there. And other times there weren't. Sometimes she was just stuck on her same note, just being kind of like, you know, either leave it to me or leave it all to me, or versus like needing to work and help people and just to do a thing, right? That's like her shtick. But I liked it when we got to see a little more beyond that and around that, you know, how it led to other things possibly. This was fun. And with that said, thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate it as always. I hope you enjoyed yourself. And if you did, let me know by leaving a like on the video, dropping a comment down below, and checking out the description for additional ways of how to support me. Every little bit counts. Thank you so much. And until next time, shine on, you crazy diamonds. Later.